There is a great value in visiting audio stores because it is one of the best ways to uncover new gear and get recommendations. So recently I visited one of these stores and exited with an unexpected companion. I was shocked that such a small box provides such a refined level of sonics. And especially when I asked for price, I was even more shocked. This cheap network player from Primare is truly a diamond in the rough. It is a small, portable, sturdy player that will bring you joys of streaming for a cheap price. But it will deliver far above its pay grade. It is a small box that is built with quality and sturdiness. Application that goes with it is very minimal, basic application that is nothing special interface-wise. But functionality, it does all the job well. But as this being a network player, you will mostly spend time in streaming applications of your choice. Unless you play music from like USB or a music server. It's incredible. When I first heard, I thought that I was listening music from something far more expensive, like Cambridge Audio MXN10 or NeoStream or FiO R7. All of these devices are 1000 plus euros, but no, it's this small tiny box full of wonders that can go toe to toe with them, even if not better than some. Sound had clarity, but articulation as well. It is that which I found most interesting, how well does instruments feel and sound on soundstage. There is a separation and three-dimensionality to them which brought many instruments, but also vocals, to center of my attention. It is not something I expected from this device, how mature and refined it can sound. There's a lot of joy in my heart when vocals do sing to me, or at least that I feel that singer is specifically singing to me. The way that this presentation works is a very natural and clean. Listening to David Sylvain, I relished in how much I enjoyed myself, especially his newer stuff where he sings like a distinguished English gentleman. His singing have weight and presence, similar how singers like David Bowie, Leonard Cohen and Bob Dylan have embraced this more refined, mature, deep singing. It is there that everything good about this streamer works, as David's vocals have presence, shape, lane and weight to it with reach and transparency. And yet it all feels so natural and very balanced. Now to mention an important thing, and that is the strength of any streamer deeply depends on what music do you listen. Or to be more precise, on what quality of production the music you listen have in order for it to fully flourish. If you listen to music via Spotify, your music won't pop and separate as much when, for example, you listen to something via Tidal or Deezer with hi-fi plans. And even then, if you listen to some smaller bands, it might not expand sonically because the production and mastering is caped and it will not help you, your streamer, nor your amp, nor your speakers. Sonically, there's a few things I would like to see a little bit better improved for MKIII, and that is, while I appreciate a lot of clarity and transparency and especially how natural it all sounded, but I think the richness of mids could improve. There should be more depth, texture and details in these instruments that you will hear so well. I have to return to David Sylvain again, as on their album Blemish, which is this experimental electronic album that he did with collaboration with many people, including late piano legend Ryuji Sakamoto, but also a glitch electronic aficionado Fenez. There's a lot of details and textures in this music, and hidden depths that unveils as you do repeated listen. Again, David's vocals were awesome, but that small bits of details and textures that electronic instrumentation create could have more impact and definition. It could definitely have more dynamic reach to them. Other problem I can think of is physical nature. A lot of people choose music streamer for their convenience. Devices like Name, Unity, Atom or Nod's Master Series are so popular as they are all-in-one devices, as just plug and play with awesome sound, feature and comfort, and it takes less space in your listening room. Here's the case of network player that requires a separate DAC. it needs a DAC separate or integrated amp with DAC. They have poured all the effort into creating best sounding player possible for this money, and that meant removing DAC. So it will require additional investments to fully work, and it will take more space in your room to connect, power and use this device. But on that note, with additional separate DAC, this device can easily pair 1000+ music streamers, and this device will grow as quality of gear grows and becomes better with time. So it has bigger upper ceiling to what the player can achieve. The main competition is Cambridge Audio MXN10. I extensively auditioned for both until I made my decision. MXN10 Big Plus comes as it is equipped already with DAC, but to me, Primare was just a better choice. Sounds were more mature, defined, transparent and natural. MXN10 had a bit more musicality and rhythm to it, as it delivers a bit more punchier sound, and had a bit more musicality and rhythm to it, as it delivered a bit more punch. It felt a tad bit more alive than Primare. But my attention went more towards MP5, as my enjoyment of listening to music extended far more than appreciate good rhythm and drive. I appreciate amount of openness and presentation and refinement that MP5 provided. But it is that N10 is a cheaper and more convenient device. If you are on a budget, then this device is a must. I will also like to add a very popular Bluesound Node to this comparison. The main strength of Bluesound Node compared to Primare NP5 is that it comes equipped with DAC, and it is more feature-rich device as it brings MKII unfolding into mix. Both devices are room ready, so it is a more versatile and easier choice to use, but levels of clarity, soundstage and definition goes to Primare. Bluesound was tad more punchier and a bit more dynamically open, but the sound quality of Primare is much more bang for the buck, as it is a more mature, refined device which brings a bigger level of sonic transparency and just sonic enjoyment than, for example, Bluesound Node. Both of these devices cost the same when Primare is paired with a great DAC. But truth be told, Primare is more convenient, more feature-rich device, so it might be more for you. In the end, as we live in an age of convenience and music streamers bring those, it's always a question of, are you ready to break your comfort with addition of more separates? As I have a lot of separate gear, adding this network player was no-brainer. I love it, and I strongly believe it will grow with me as my gear becomes more mature. If you want a talented player that brings nuisance, maturity and transparency from good production music, then MP5 is your new network streamer. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to support me, because I'm a new kid on the block, and help me grow this passion of mine, please like and subscribe. It helps me a lot. All the best. Bye.